If you go back in history, if you look at the early von Braun papers that he sent to the vice president, you know, he was asked by the president, what task could we beat the Russians in? And von Braun very methodically went through all the things that we could go do, like go to Mars or, you know, return a sample from the moon, etc. When von Braun analyzed those, he said in all these cases the Russians were significantly ahead of us in technology, that we couldn't beat them in any of the tasks. The only task that he thought we had an even chance in was the lunar landing task, because it required them to develop a large heavy lift rocket, which the Russians didn't have and we didn't have. So in his paper to the vice president, he said, I think we have a 50-50 chance of beating the Russians to the moon if we land somebody on the moon. That's a task I think that you got to take forward. So in that same spirit, von Braun knew he had an F1 engine. He had some experience in some of the heavy lifts, so von Braun thought he had slight edge in this heavy lift capability above the Russians. So in a sense, he was doing this same strategy all along. He was amassing a technical capability without a real destination in place, and then he crafted that into a potential destination to meet a political goal, which was to show superiority against the Russians and actually beat the Russians to the moon. So we can do that same kind of thing today by quietly amassing a technology capability, a wealth of technology, and it may be even international. I don't have a problem that some of these components may come from international partners. Then we as a global enterprise have amassed enough technology that we are ready to go to our politicians and to our governments and say, hey, we're X number of years away from this destination. Here's what we would like to try to go do, and here's why we think it's achievable, and we can then show them definitively what technology we have and what proven capability we have to move forward.